What's up, everybody? The Beige Connection Podcast. How's everybody doing? It's coming down from a little smoke. Now, I hope everybody enjoyed the last video, episode 16. With I called it let me check. Fuck, shit, sorry, laugh out loud. I sound like kind of a burnout on that podcast episode. The episode I dropped last week is more of a easier going podcast than that one. So enjoy it. I'm still trying to get used to smoking and being on the podcast. Trying to get used to that transition. I know I get that little high laugh and shit. I'm working on it. All right. I'm trying to get camera friendly for you guys. Make it a little more easier to watch. So that video was fun. Go check it out if you haven't already. If you don't like cursing, don't watch it. It's not for you.
Shit, you could actually feel the electricity.
What?
Yeah, you know how they said the blackout? You don't feel it?
Nah, nigga.
You don't feel that?
Oh, that I heard something in the headphone, but I don't feel it.
Oh shit, I feel it.
Shit, what, am I frying my brain right now?
It's like
I don't know, bro.
No, you don't hear it in the headphones?
Yeah.
All right.
What you smoking on? I want some of what you got. I smoke something else and I don't hear. I want what you got. So, Bill Cosby's free.
Bill Cosby's home.
Bill Cosby doing his thing. Supposedly, the wife from the show, she actually tweeted something after. She said, finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. A miscarriage of justice is corrected. And then Felicia, gosh, I'm butchering this shit. Felicia Rashad. And then she came out and said, after she took a bunch of backlash for that shit and said, I fully support survivors of sexual assault coming forward. My post was in no way intended to be I'm sorry, I gotta turn this brightness up. Insensitive to their truth. Personally, I know from friends and family that such abuse has lifelong residual effects. My heartfelt wish is for healing. So, for a moment, she was happy. You think he did it?
Did he do it? I don't know.
I didn't even really pay. I ain't paid attention to his shit. I didn't pay attention to R. Kelly's shit. I'm not paying attention to none of it because the law is gonna tell what happens anyways when they go to court and all that shit. They gonna decide, not me.
Yeah, but she gets swayed.
Hey, look, man. Bill Cosby's out. He's free. They said the two reasons he got out. Let me see what that was. There are two reasons why the conviction could not stand. The judge allowed prosecutors to call 5 other accusers during the trial, and Cosby should never have been criminally prosecuted based on an agreement he made with former DA. So that was when he was saying, look, I know I admitted that I was giving bitches drugs, but that was a separate case. You can't bring that up now, which is usually something you can't. That's like double jeopardy in a way, using that that was them going after him. And that's when they push too far. When you push a little too far and you think you're going to get away with it, that's when the law, now those people have egg all over their face, the DA and all that shit.
So should R. Kelly hire that Cosby team?
We just watched the video. It was a bunch of white people around him. So that seems to be what it is. When you're black and you're going through all this stuff, just hire some white people to protect you. Because apparently they're doing the right thing. Apparently something's going right. I thought this. I don't even know what the guy's name was.
If you Cosby, what you doing?
Me no pudding pop. When I get home, what's his wife's name?
Damn. But that opens up doors for him to like lawsuits and defamation. Man.
Yo, he's going. Look, COVID's happening right now. I'm sure he's still got enough money. His wife been handling shit. She's still with him. So apparently something's going right in that situation. She's probably waiting for him to die so she can get everything and everything can be swept under the rug. But for right now, he's enjoying himself. He's going to go home. He's going to get some pudding pop from his wife. And then he's going to stay in the house because there ain't no point in him going out. Actually, you know what? He might go. He might try to write a fucking show. You know what? I don't even know anymore.
Get a book deal, movie deal.
I don't even know anymore. You're right. And I'm talking about what would have happened 10 years ago. Now, nigga, he's gonna get a book deal, a video game. Yeah. He's gonna get an album.
It's gonna be pill poppers.
Pull up your goddamn pants. He gonna be doing his thing. How was he so against all that shit? But behind the scenes, he was popping pills to bitches and.
It be happening.
I don't know. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's what's going on in video game news. I can't believe that, niggas. I just looked at my phone. And I was looking up stuff like news shit, and I was just like, Bill.
Yeah, I thought it was fake. I was like, nah.
For a second I thought it was like, wait a minute, what the? It was just Bill Cosby conviction thrown out, officially released and set free, and it was just like, damn, they put all that work into that guy. They put in all that time and effort to get rid of him, and here he is.
Charges dropped.
Trying to imagine what isn't he's going crazy right now, so I'm trying to think where his mind is. He's apparently going crazy. You saw the video.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's standing to the side and he's just like, he didn't talk his wife was talking. So I don't know if it's a thing, if he's playing like this little fake mental game, or if he's actually
whacked out. I mean, being incarcerated can mess you up, man. Mess you up bad.
Well, you saw he had his boyfriend Richard. Yeah, Richard in jail.
He got friends. I mean, they were saying that when he was in lockdown.
Yeah, everybody loved him. He was doing shows.
Yeah, he was doing stand-up shows, and he was also like.
I can't front. If I was in jail and it was like, all right, well,
he was like
we got TV or we got Bill Cosby. What the fuck you want?
But they were saying he was like the dorm, like the big brother for everybody, like looking over everybody's legal work.
Because he is that person, and this is just a flaw of who he is. This weird, because obviously he was preaching shit that was in some way good. Like, there was shit that he did that was good. He made a show about. He made a show about a black family experience, about a successful black family that goes through these situations, and they still go through black American situations. But maybe you can't imagine that you had consent if you had to use like roofies and shit. It's not like you gave him ecstasy and they were like, oh, I wanted some ecstasy.
And they gave it 2 roofies. You asked for it. Come on.
See that? Yeah, nah. If it was different, it was like some ecstasy or some other shit. Which again is not cool. I'm just saying that would have been a little bit easier. But he actually gave you a roofie, which I think he admitted to in whatever that thing was, the DA or old case that they brought up. I think he actually admitted it was roofies or some shit, like an actual date rape drug.
He may have gotten off the hook, but he didn't lie.
He's on the phone in this picture, so he must be talking. He did serve 2 years of a 10-year sentence. And for a dude his age, that must have been, it felt like a lifetime.
He lost all his sponsors. He lost Jello as a backing. They stripped him of his college doctor.
But that's why this is actually a bigger story than it actually like right now it just happened. Like, it's still happening. But this is actually a bigger story than it's going to be, because
he's gonna write a book.
He's ingrained in in history. Yeah. Like, if you look at old commercials and shit like that, him doing the commercials with the kid, like, that was a big thing. And, like, that circle of, products, or like Oreos. Like, imagine Kevin Spacey was eating Oreos or some shit. And now everything's going on with him. Actually, maybe R. Kelly. What if R. Kelly was doing, like, Oreo commercials?
If I disconnect this for a minute, it's not going to get messed up, right?
Nah, you good.
That's what it is.
Yeah, nah. It's
pass it to me underneath the desk.
Technical difficulties, guys. It's a heat wave right now.
Yeah,
So they talk about like the electricity might go out. So we got to be careful now. We getting messages on our phones and shit.
Shit is for real.
Lights out for Bill Cosby. Lights on. Lights on now.
You need these notes?
Oh yeah, maybe. Nah, we ain't there yet.
There you go.
We ain't there yet. We gotta talk. We're
It's a
talking
whole
about the
lot
crazy
better.
stuff. We're talking about the crazy people shit.
Yeah,
That was
I don't know how you didn't hear that humming noise.
The
It was driving me crazy.
I might have heard it at the beginning, but then it went away when you turned everything on. The Korean identifier thing I was talking about.
I don't know. So break it down to me.
So someone sent this to me yesterday or 2 days ago, and he showed me some shit. He said he actually took a recording of it, so I didn't see it that well because I have an Android. He had an iPhone. So all I saw was this video of somebody going like, "Oh, I just got my Korean, or I just got my Asian eye surgery or something. So now I'm Korean." They were trying to look like a character from like BTS or something like that.
Character. Oh fuck.
Surgery. You can look up Korean surgery and it'll pop right up. It looks so fucking ridiculous. But now we went from Grand Theft Auto to like Saints Row.
You never got to Grand Theft Auto.
We went from Grand Theft Auto shit to Saints Row shit. Now people are actually going and trying to look like different races. It gets exhausting to think about this stuff. Like when I talk to my grandparents who are in their 80s, late 80s, they talk about, like I was talking to my grandmother today and she was talking about how and I was actually the one who was talking about how things are a lot different and how things looked weird at one point, like the way people could do things and what, like transgender, like a lot of that shit used to be in this Korean thing. Like people probably did that, but they did that on the low. Now you can go on social media and post that shit.
Hold on.
And it's like like it's a life. It's all a lot to digest in this culture right now. We're going through a big cultural change right now, and it's weird as fuck.
It's a guy I'm looking for.
It's a guy. Just look up Korean surgery. It should pop right up. It's a white influencer receives backlash for claiming they are finally Korean after having eye surgery. Yeah, you hear his voice and everything too. The way he says it. I'll pop the video up. Hi guys. Oh, that's funny. It's not popping up on any of the videos. It's not. I'm on.
No.
I'm on Bing. That's why.
This shit right here.
Sorry guys, I'm on Bing. I was binging.
It's a Brazilian man.
Was he Brazilian? I thought
Actually, no. Wait a minute. This was 7 years ago.
This is new, bro. This is new.
Damn. Well, he got that idea from somebody 7 years ago. Look at this one back then.
That's what I was just saying. There's people who are doing that shit back then. Now people are doing it, and they're gonna get some backlash, but it's not gonna stop people. All it takes is for that one guy to do it, and then for other people to be like, "Oh, you can actually." Well, why is he getting backlash? I don't understand the call. And then, yeah,
look at this shit.
You can turn the music down a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yo.
You guys gotta look it up on your. Look it up. It's not. I'm sure you guys have seen it already.
He got his lips done, his nose. Like,
look at the eyes though. Like that whole. I don't know what he looked like before that, but somebody sent me a video on my phone, and he sent me a recording of him recording this shit. It was blurry, so I was kind of like, "What the fuck?" And then I saw it today on the TMZ or something or Yahoo or something, and I'm just like, "Wait, what the fuck?"
Come on.
And man. I saw it on Instagram.
Nah, dude. Like
this is the future, Mike.
Just,
brace for it. Brace yourself.
Sure
this is the future.
Trying to look Korean, that.
Yeah, he said it in the video. He said, "I'm finally Korean."
Even his teeth. Look at his teeth.
Well, he's probably gonna get those veneers or some shit.
Nah, but is that his regular?
What is it? How do they get money for this stuff? I guess he's an influencer. Probably he has the money. Why would you waste your fucking money on that?
Yeah, but he's not a. I don't think he switched to a male Korean. He switched trying to.
It's a woman?
Yeah, he.
Or a man to a woman, or a woman to a man?
Yeah, he wanted to become a female Korean.
Yo, he took on 2 jobs at once. He didn't want to just be a different race
Yeah.
or a different gender. This nigga said, I wanted to be I want to be a woman who's Korean from, I guess, British. I think they are.
It's not that. Listen, warrants ain't that bad.
Ray, we need you to call in. This is your
I'm-
conversation right
I'm
here.
just saying, like you got warrants. Just clear them out. You gotta go all out like that.
You're right. If you going on a run, you ain't got to do it like that. You know what? If they brought it back like in the Old West, where you can go and just pay off whatever you owe for doing some shit, there'd be a lot more people doing shit. They'd be like, oh, I kill someone. It's what, $5,000, $10,000 to kill somebody? Nah, but then they got lawsuits where you're paying out millions and shit. That would never work. I don't think we're close to the purge, but I think we're close to something that's half purge, half. Because I don't think we need to clear these people off the earth. That's not what I'm saying. Everybody has the right to be whoever the fuck they want to be. But that's a little bit much. Like, when you were a kid and you did that type of shit, not actual surgery, but you pulled your eye. I'm not even going to do it right now because that's how people lose their fucking minds. But when you do that, pull your eyes back and all that shit, do the voice. Everybody been on it. I've talked about it on another episode, but people been on the goddamn phone with the Chinese man. There's no way in the background, there's Chinese people who call the Chinese guy, and they be like, hi. They be making fun of the motherfucker, I'm sure. Americanized Chinese guy people, they be at their college dorm rooms, and they just be like, hello, hi. And they be, I guarantee you, we're not the only ones in America doing that shit. They doing it to their own kind, I guarantee you.
Yo, this is crazy.
It's creepy, bro. It's creepy. It's new. He's got a whole page. He's getting death threats. Oh yeah, that's the second part. He's getting death threats now. So now he's very sorry, I guess. He didn't mean to do it. I don't know what I was thinking. That's Michael Jackson right there.
Yo, he basically did a Michael Jackson.
Yeah, but Michael just got his nose. Michael had a problem with his nose. He had issues. He actually had problems. That dude is some white, especially when white people be doing this shit. It's always a bunch of white people. Stop. Find your own things. Do your own things. Be white. I know it's not the funnest thing right now. Like, being a man's not the funnest thing. Women are very independent now, and it's fine. They live in their lives, but just white people, just live your life. Leave people alone. Stop trying to be part of the conversation. You got to change your race. You got to change your culture.
Yeah, this shit's.
I'm ashamed to be white sometimes. Nah, my family's actually pretty normal. Everybody got their issues, but we ain't around. It's not that far. What's that one? That's talking about it?
He's holding in a sneeze. I'm like,
he looks weird already. I get why he did it. Look at him. Or is that the BTS character he was trying to look like? I don't even know anymore.
man, I'm lost on this.
I don't even know. I don't speak Chinese. I don't know if that has to do with anything. But I don't speak Chinese.
I don't get it.
Oh yeah, I finally got an apartment.
That's what's up.
Can we get an applause for that one?
That's what's up. That's what's up.
I haven't been able to appreciate it yet. I'm waiting till I pay those first 2 months. You know, as long as you can start getting it going. I did the math and all that shit. I know I can get it going. Thank you. I know I can get it happening. But you know, once you pay those, everyone keeps saying you don't sound too happy. You got to make. I moved in, but once you pay those first couple of months, you're like, oh, I can actually handle this shit.
You gotta let that sink in.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'll take a shot.
Yeah, once it sinks in, then it's like, yo.
It's about time though. I'll admit it. I heard this shit. It was Charlotte. It was on the Breakfast Club, and they were doing this conversation of the day. And this shit, yo, when you're young, man, and you going through all this shit, like going on Instagram, and you see people like doing this shit. Like, I could go on Instagram before and see what people were doing. And not that they were doing anything crazy, but if they were like doing something they wanted to do for them, like starting a little, oh, I do nails, ooh, I do fucking this, that. You're just like, damn, these people are starting to do their hustle, and you're just like, I gotta get on my shit. So when you finally have something to bring to the conversation, you look at those profiles and you're like, all right, well, I got my shit started, so I don't give. Oh, that's cool. You can appreciate it a little more instead of feeling envious of it. But oh shit, I lost track of what I was saying on the other part of that. Shit, that weed, man. Can you help me backtrack?
Weed.
Help me backtrack. What was I saying? I got the apartment. Oh, it was about time. I needed to get out of there.
What else did you get? Like
it's $1,500 a month. I don't know if you're supposed to say the price you pay for your apartment a month. It's not like you can come rob me.
It's a studio. What is it like?
It's a 1 bedroom, everything included, Wi-Fi, air conditioner, heat, all air. It's upstairs.
Where's it at?
It's got windows.
What
I'm not telling people where I live.
No, I'm not. Like,
no, I just mean in the sense of like I'm not giving anybody an idea.
No, I don't mean as in city. I mean like, is it like a basement? Is it? Like
Oh no, it's upstairs. Upstairs.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant what town.
No.
It's upstairs.
Okay.
It is out east, but it's not.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no. I needed it, man. I was. Oh yeah, that's where I was.
You got to share the jacuzzi with the owner.
Nah, they got a pool, but she's got a boyfriend in there. We're all cool. I wouldn't do that anyway. I'm not one of those guys. I can't. I can't. No dipping your pen in company ink.
I pay the rent.
Nah, see, that's what I'm saying. I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it. It's against my character.
Get your head wrapped up.
I'd be like, here's the pay.
Floating in the pool.
I would be like, here's the pay, but if you want a little extra on the end, that's fine. But I gotta pay the bill. But I was saying with the Breakfast Club shit before was they would talk about it on an episode how this they did a topic of the day or whatever, had people call in and shit. But they were saying how if you're 30 and you still live with like you still have like a roommate, if you're still 30 and single, you have a roommate, then it's kind of like you're hitting a point of like, what do you? If you're a guy and you live with another guy,
just move with mom.
But see, that was the thing. But they were like, and I get it because you need to be able to save money. But I was living in a 1-bedroom apartment with my twin brother because we had to make it work. Well, that's different.
I mean, y'all.
You're making it work. But when they had that topic come up, and this was only like 2 months ago,
you looked at each other and you were like, I'm out.
I didn't even know. I was chilling, listening to it on the podcast, and I'm sitting there like, wait a minute. And the other guy on there was like, nah, but what if you're struggling? You're trying to make it work. And Charlamagne was like, look, it's cool, but if y'all share the same toilet, if y'all ass is sharing the same toilet, you got to move out, man. You got to get your own place. If you got 2 bathrooms, it's different. But if you're sharing a toilet and your ass is touching the same as a single guy in your apartment, then it's a problem. But he's my brother, so that it's not weird on that level.
Yeah, nah, it's not.
But eventually, I'm 26. I'm about to be 27 in September, so I'm getting there. I mean, it's about time. It needed to happen, but that clock was counting, man. That clock was counting, and I was not prepared to be 30 and sharing the same toilet with another man. Not sharing a toothbrush, but sharing a toilet. Even though our schedules kind of don't run the same, so it's not like you running in there after he just used it.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I got an apartment finally. Hopefully I'll get my mind together. Everybody, that's kind of what I was looking for, a place to just be able to fucking sit and think. Because you really can't think when someone else is around. You can't, he's in the kitchen, but you in the bedroom. It don't work. It don't work. Well, you want to be able to walk from one fucking room to the other without seeing people sometimes. All right, you don't want to stay, and I don't want to be able to stay. I don't want to be that guy that fucking stays in my room all day, just when I want personal time. So I mean, I gotta pay for that shit, but at the same time, it'll hopefully be worth it to stare at the fucking wall, and even if I feel lonely someday, and I'm just sitting there like, yeah, this is cool, I'm gonna be fine because I know I chose that. But that's I'm not complaining about being lonely. That's another thing I gotta say. I was talking about being I brought up the lonely thing, and I felt like I brought it up too many times. That it did get a little weird. You asked if I got any feedback. I did get a little feedback on that. It was like, damn, nigga, why you talking about being lonely so much? I was like, I wasn't talking about being lonely. I was talking about what COVID did, and we were trying to find the funny aspects of shit. But I think the funniest aspect of there's nothing funny about COVID. Just the funniest aspect of you had to figure it out. It was the strangest time ever, and somehow we still live in our lives. Somehow COVID happened, and people are turning Korean. Bill Cosby's getting out of jail. You saying Derek Chauvin might get out in 2 years on a technicality just because of Bill Cosby? He's setting a standard. R. Kelly trying to hire some white people on his team.
R. Kelly calling Bill right now saying, yo, what's your team's number?
I'll do the pudding pop thing. They gonna have a song, bro. They gonna be doing shows together and shit. Bill Cosby and R. Kelly doing shows.
Yeah.
It's a strange world now. Space Jam now. Space Jam world. You gonna see that? Did you see the other one? Did you like the Michael one? The Michael Jordan one?
I don't like LeBron.
I grew up on that shit. I liked it. It was cool. I liked it. Bill Murray was in that shit. He was dope.
I'm not a LeBron fan.
Oh yeah, you were saying that. But I meant for the nostalgia. I mean, I don't know how people felt about Space Jam. What was that, the 90s?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how people felt about Space Jam in the 90s. I liked it. I
Yeah.
thought it was cool. That's the only thing I see. Like that I was saying about boxing. I didn't grow up with boxing. I didn't grow up with these greats. Like my person would have probably been Floyd Mayweather. But boxing at that point, not to say it ain't good, it just wasn't the 80s like Mike Tyson and Vandy.
Vander Holyfield. Evander.
Hold on, let me grab some water, bro. Hold on, 1 second.
Evander.
Evander Holyfield.
You didn't grab yourself a water?
Huh? Yeah, man.
Oh, you downed it.
Dude, this weed is good, man. This that dry you out weed. It ain't dry when it smokes no more. Not like that other shit was. It's a lot better now. What were we saying? Space Jam.
Boxing.
That's funny because boxing, Space Jam. Yeah, boxing. I didn't grow up with boxing. I didn't grow up with. So I would have grew up with Michael Jordan. That would have been my, I guess my sport. Like I would have grew up with all that shit. But what I grew up with is, I guess MMA started to jump into it.
Okay.
So that type of stuff. So I didn't really grow up with sports. So Space Jam was really my introduction to Michael Jordan. That's the only, like that's how I knew Michael Jordan as a kid. And R. Kelly, Believe You Could Fly, because that they had a fucking trailer. That song was in the movie. How you feeling now when you hear that song? You know how you used to feel when you heard that song? You know how you felt when you heard that song?
I wonder if when you know how when they play movies on TV that like shit like for instance stuff like that, like are they letting that track play?
No,
or they
took just
took
like
it out?
the Confederate flag with the what was that TV show
Dukes of Hazzard and shit?
They took it out. They CGI'd it out. They took it off the car and just made it orange in the old one. I don't know. I don't remember if they had it. I did this on an episode I think already on audio. World War III unlikely if UK ship sunk. Oh shit! Putin about to shoot somebody up? Sorry, backtrack. Hold on. Russian President Vladimir Putin massive annual question and answer session with members of public occurred on Wednesday. Responding to one question, Putin downplayed the idea, that the confrontation between Russian forces and British Navy warships, last week could have sparked World War III, even if the situation had turned out differently. See, this is so much shit is going on. I didn't even know this was happening. And this was last week. Putin talking about, well, I don't think we're gonna go to war, but shit. The fact that that's even on their minds and shit. I'm looking up the 2000 movie. 2005?
What movie are you looking at?
I was looking at the Dukes of Hazzard. I wanted to see if they had the Confederate flag because we were just talking about it. I think I did it on an audio episode before. Yeah, nah, it's not on here. They didn't put it in the movie. So even by that time, they knew. That's so fun. That's so funny that so many people have. I think they. Oh wait. Oh shit. Maybe they did. Oh shit. They did have it in the movie. So that's another thing. They're gonna have to get rid of that. They got to take it out of the Dukes of Hazzard movie and shit like that. So when you show it on TV, that's exactly what they're gonna have to do. So when they play Space Jam, I Believe I Could Fly, they might have to play a different song.
Yeah, that's what
They
I'm
gotta
saying.
have to get. This is a perfect time for another person to step up, do a cover of that song, and get them to put that shit as the cover instead of you know how they used to do the fucking I'm gonna smack the sugar out of you on like BET and shit when they used to show movies and stuff. That shit was ridiculous. They wouldn't even use I'm gonna flabbergast you. Like they used to use some strange words, man. Some strange ass words.
Flabbergast.
That's funny. That lady when I was coming in, when I parked in, I pulled up. She pulled up right behind me, and I had like this much space of like I was in the yellow. The bitch pulled up right behind me, and she knew as aggressive as she pulled up, she knew because she sat in the car for like a second, and then she got out. And as soon as I opened my door and started going like back up, she gets out, closes the door, tries to run across the street. I'm like, yo, you need to move your car. And I started to feel like I don't know if I'm being like one of those aggressive guys. That's like I'm not like am I doing that to her? Because there was a point where she started treating me like an asshole. Like I'm telling her, I'm like, you gotta move your car. I'm like, I can't. I'm gonna pay for parking here. You have to move. I can't be in the yellow. And she's like, I'm just I have to go into the grocery. I have to. I'm sitting here like, you have to move your car. You have to back up. You have to go somewhere. You move, please. You have to move. I just parked here. You parked behind me. I have to back up. But I have to go into. I'm like, lady, you have to move. I have to move. I can't. She then stops and she's like, okay, I'll move. I'll move for you. She gets in the car, backs up. Somebody pulls out of the goddamn grocery spot, and now she got a spot. Which is how it should have ended. That's how it should have ended. But I hope I wasn't making. I always have problems coming. Not problems, but I almost took the bridge coming out here. I want to say I almost hit the divider, but I definitely whipped that motherfucker for a second. Definitely shouldn't have been doing that, but shout out to Matt. We lived though, right? That was fun. That was that was the first day of that episode of Ignorance and History. Can't stand that shit. Bro.
Got Matt coming up here soon, right?
I got Matt coming up here soon. He's getting his shit situated. We're gonna be doing some remote. He just got a mic, so we're gonna be doing some remote shit near him. Mm-hmm. Coming out here, so we're gonna be trying to pump out some good quality content for everybody. Even if we're gonna be doing like even just like what we were talking about, we're gonna be doing like 15 to like 20-minute content episodes of like maybe dressing up as like our own, like some character or some shit, and trying to do like a what if that person was here and talking to that person. It's gonna take a lot of research to get it just kind of right. I don't want to go too hard. It will just be for the funny aspect of shit, because that's one thing I always think of when it comes to history is like the what if, and then it's like the what if of like, what if George Washington didn't make, like, what if they were selling weed instead of selling it as hemp? Like, what if they were actually using that shit and this country turned into like a fucking a weed culture country or some shit? This country would be so spiritual. It'd be yoga studios since the 1650s, bro.
Walking around rubbing Buddha bellies and shit.
They wouldn't have killed all them Native Americans. They'd have been like, oh, this the shit you've been smoking. All right, I get it. They wouldn't have had to wipe all those motherfuckers out for Manifest Destiny. They was smoking their own shit for Manifest Destiny. Excuse me. Damn, bro, I'm dehydrated. With this humidity outside and this weed.
Yeah, it's crazy outside.
I feel like Britney. I feel like I'm going crazy. Go out and shave my head. See, that's another thing.
Would you ever shave your head?
I'm going bald, so I'm going to have to. I'm going to try to do that. I'm going to try to do keeps or some shit like that. I'm going to try. I've been doing biotin. So I got this biotin hair thing.
You gonna do Kevin Durant?
What does he do?
Just let that shit rock.
Nah, I mean, I'm losing a little bit up here. I went to the barber today. Usually my shit is dry, but it's very nice today, so he kept it a little long in the back. So I was happy about that. When I went outside and I started brushing it off, I was like, all right. He left that shit long, because for a little second, there was like a little, looked like a sunshine, like a horizon, like the water, when the sun's hitting it. It was like a little, you see a little white in there. So it looked a little, it wasn't good. I was embracing it, but I'm thinking if maybe I should cut my hair and then try to like put some tea tree oil, like try to do something just to see if maybe I could bring it. I'm going to go bald. Like, it's in my gene. My grandfather's bald, both of them. My dad went bald.
Just dread it out.
Nah, bro. Nah, that'll pull them shits out. It'll pull it out. I'm going to look like Stevie Wonder with a little hole in my head. And it's starting up here, bro. I'm going bald. It's okay. But I'm going to try one of those keeps or hymns or some shit. I'm going to try it. Because they talk to a professional. It's like so expensive, though. It's like $25 a month or some shit. You got to stick on that shit. Like, if you stop,
it's gone.
You might like, you got to stay on it. So I'm trying to see if I should if I embrace being bald, it's just the facial hair. I'm gonna have to do a beard or a goatee, and I'm gonna have to start, bulking up a little bit. I was telling this girl something like that, and I was like, I can't just let it go. I gotta have something. I can't just be a bald guy. You gotta have something. You gotta be doing something with yourself. You gotta have a life. You gotta step it up next level now. Mm-hmm. Like, you gotta do something with your life. You gotta have money, succeed. You gotta have something to be a bald guy to make it work. Like, even The Rock. Like, I've been watching Ballers, which is a hard show to watch. I'm glad they're in LA in this season, because they were in Miami, and that is a hard show to watch during COVID. That's where all the loneliness came from. I'm sitting here like, guys, you gotta stop. It's like softcore porn. Every time a woman walks in a room, cleavage.
Damn.
Ass is this is fine ass black girl on that show. or black woman on that show. She plays this dude's wife. He's a head coach of the Dolphins, and then the Rams. Probably putting spoilers in there, but his wife is every time something going on in his life, she just come in, cleavage out, plump lips, just, oh babe, is everything all right? Oh, give him a little pep talk, sit on his lap, and after that, scene go black, and you know he comes up with a smile the next scene or a few scenes later. You know, job's good, life's good. So besides that, besides all the extra ass on that show that just be popping up everywhere, it's kind of a distraction. You be going back like, ah, shit, I missed what they were saying. It's that hard of a show to watch. There's some skinny bitches on there, but when they show some of them thick ones, it's distracting. A lot of titties too. What was it? You remember that movie? Remember that movie? You remember Coming to America, right? You remember? Is it coming? No, Trading Places. I'm sorry. When he's having a party, and the girls take their bras off, and it's just like, oh shit, 80s titties, and you just sitting there like, that's how it was. Everybody was just having fun. If that's how Miami is, I don't want to go there. I'm not gay, but that is just it's too much. Like Leonardo DiCaprio in The Wolf of Wall Street, he said that being on that plane with all that shit going, he said it was kind of disgusting. Cause you gotta imagine just everybody's naked, and not to say a bunch of naked women isn't bad, but at some point it's gonna be like, you're gonna start to feel guilty. Like, is this too much? Do I have too much pussy? Am I being greedy? Like, if you have too much money, you start to be like, should I give some to the poor? You start thinking like, should I hit my boys up? You start to feel greedy. It gets uncomfortable. So watching that show is a little tough. I can't go to Miami. I'm gonna be sitting there just. I have to go there with a girlfriend. I have to go there wifed up. Because then I have the dedication to be like, all right, I could just look, but I know I can't try to involve myself. That's a good fucking show, though. I'm still on, like, season 5, though. It's a good show. They went a little weird. It's getting a little crazy. I don't know. Some of that shit. At first, I thought, like, it had something to do with the NFL and the NCAA. It has nothing to do with that shit. I mean, it does, but they don't have any part in it. They're getting pulled through the mud. Like the NCAA not paying their people and shit. Yeah. They get pulled through the mud on that show. It's hilarious. But it's a good show. You should check that one out. What you been watching on Netflix? That's what I haven't done in a while. I haven't done what I've been watching in a while.
My shit hasn't been Netflix. It's been that Disney.
That's what have you been watching?
That Loki.
Loki? I still haven't got on that shit. Actually, now that I got my apartment, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. When I get a time to like start watching movies, like a movie night, I'm gonna start watching the Marvel movies, like I said.
So you never seen any of them?
I saw all the Marvel movies, but I haven't seen the TV shows yet.
Okay.
Like WandaVision, Loki.
The last Marvel movie you seen, what was what?
Endgame, and then the Spider-Man one after that, Homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if they did anything after that one. I think that was it. And then now the TV shows are coming out.
Yeah.
So the TV shows I look forward to watching. Like I was saying, Charlotte, they were talking about it, and like I always gotta like avoid listening because I hate spoilers to the point where it's like those movies did such a great fucking job keeping the spoilers that now you're dedicated to not fucking it up for yourself. If it was like shitty and you're just like DC movies, I don't give a fuck. Like you ruin Wonder Woman 84 for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. But if you ruin a Marvel movie for me, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
You're gonna be watching it like, damn.
I know what's gonna happen. Yeah, you're gonna be sitting there like, oh, this is leading up to this. That I can't do it. I can't do a spoiler. I can't do. Not with those. Not when they put so much hard work into that shit, and they kept you even with this. Like you sat through all that extra theater shit behind the scene, or I mean the end credits. Listen to you're just like, oh, just shut the fuck up already and show it to me. That shit is so annoying. It's so annoying. But it was worth it. Definitely worth it. So yeah, I gotta check out Loki. I gotta check out WandaVision. They got a bunch. They're I think till up to 2024 they're supposed to be dropping a bunch of new shit. Or up to 2025. I think they just wrapped on Thor Love and Thunder or some shit. Now, let me look that up. They got a new title. I don't want to fuck it up. Thor. Oh, look at a motherfucker. Look at a motherfucker. Thor Love and Thunder. Look at that shit. I don't know how I got that. I only saw the thing once. I look forward to it. I thought Ragnarok was like a game changer for the Marvel movies. That shit was funny. It was just so energetic. It really came together. Ragnarok.
So you've seen everything, like Captain
from
America,
Iron Man 1 all the way
Captain
to Endgame,
Okay.
and Spider-Man Homecoming all the way up to that. So I gotta check out again. I gotta check out the shows. I've been watching more so Ballers, Miami Vice. See, that's the thing. I gotta get into the movies again. But I gotta get back into Peaky Blinders because I got the shit I gotta finish, which is Peaky Blinders, which is the shit we were talking about, ignorance and history, about it's like after World War I and shit, and then British group called the Peaky Blinders, Shelby's. They started doing their own thing. You know, after the war, the Italian guys that came back fucking started doing the mob shit. Like that's just how it came. Like you ended up becoming
Which one?
in the gang and shit. Peaky Blinders. Which what?
Peaky
Blinders. Yeah, it's the guy from. He was in so many fucking movies, but he was in Batman Begins. He played Scarecrow. Those are only Batman movies I really respect though. I don't respect the new ones. I don't Ben Affleck shit. Yeah, Ballers, South Park, which I keep rewatching. I always throw an episode of that on. It's such a good fucking show. South Park is I don't know. As a kid, it was fun. It was funny to watch, but now you get older and you understand a lot of that shit. You're just like, you get like you see how like that's why that show is always it's never a bust because it's so ridiculous. And they always hit it right on the key. Like Family Guy can do it, but they make fun of fucking everything. Like they go in the room and they make fun of everything in the room. Like from the bell to the water to the phone. Like it gets a little outdated and outrun. You're just all right eventually. But with South Park, they are hitting every topic of what's going on. They're like the original podcast. They like if it's going on, you're going to South Park to see like, oh shit, what happened? What happened this week? What happened? What's going on? So that shit is so funny just to see and you got to be able just to enjoy it. If you're gonna sit there and talk like, oh, that's not funny. How could you say something like that? You're just gonna fucking ruin it for yourself. You're gonna ruin it for everyone. Yeah, no, I haven't been watching any of that shit. God damn. Yeah, no, I ain't been watching nothing. That's what I gotta do because I've been seeing it trying to take money from my account.
You see Narcos?
But I ain't subscribed back to it yet. See, that's what I'm saying. I gotta get back into it. Narcos. I got up to season 2 and that was it. I was actually watching that with a friend. Me and him were checking that out, and it was a good show. The Pedro Pascal, I think the guy's name is, and he was. I liked the show. I thought it was good, but he's not the main guy. He was the detective.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a good show, and I got to get back on it like Peaky Blinders. I get into these shows, and then next thing you know, I'm on another streaming service. And now I'm trying to watch something else, like Miami Vice. I was trying to watch that, and now I'm on like season 4, and then I jumped into Ballers, and that's on HBO Max. That's not even on the same app.
You know, I never watched Ballers. I mean, I seen like an episode here or there, and I never really got into it.
I hate to say it, but get your tissues and lotion, my nigga, if you weak, because you gonna be.
I know.
Not to the show, but you're gonna be sitting there like.
I know, there's nothing but ass.
You're going to be sitting there like, bruh, all right, it's just, we're watching a movie. Relax. It gets to you, man. It gets to you after a while, especially if you got the blood flowing and you like a bull. What time we at? I don't want to over. We're definitely
actually
at an hour.
45,
45?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yo, my clock is crazy, bro. I'll be waking up at 7:30. Every day, because I got shit to do during the day, but
yeah,
every time. All right, so that's the end of that episode. I'm gonna add some shit to the next one. That's so funny. We didn't get to any of the real shit. So that's gonna be like a couple of weeks old, but
it's gonna be.
I'll figure it out. See, that's what I'm trying to figure out. I gotta get this. I gotta figure out how to get the clips, add them, so people when it comes out, people will be like, "Oh shit, I'm looking forward to it." We getting there, guys. We getting there. Everything's coming together. But yeah, I want to thank Live, my cousin, Trackhouse Radio, for putting me on to Mike, Mix Vibes Radio. I always put the radios at the end. Mixed Vibe Radio for hosting me and having me here. Eventually, I'm going to actually try to do and then maybe the next time I come here, I'm going to try to set up a way to have you guys call because I want to get a little interaction. I don't know. We'll do it through Instagram or some shit. I'll keep you guys updated on that. Please check out the YouTube, Beige Connection Productions. The audios are up. I'll post that on the Instagram again for where you can find all that. Have a good fucking week. I don't know when you're watching this. I hope you had a good week. And go fuck yourself. Nah, have a good time, guys. Enjoy yourself. Adios. We're going crazy over here.